Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. This is my first video. In this channel, we're gonna talk about watches. We're gonna unfortunately do very few reviews since I am a high school student and I do not own that many watches. But I will try to keep you up on date with many watches I like, many watches is popularly liked. So yeah, today we're gonna take a quick look at what I wear as a high school sophomore. So today on my wrist, I have my Longines Hydroconquest, the one with the aluminum bezel. This is an automatic movement inside. As I remember, using the Longines caliber L666888, which is in basically a specially made ETA for Longines. So it's like a semi-in-house situation. So this watch is a watch I really like. It looks very nice on the wrist, as you can see. The lighting is very bad right now, don't mind that. So it's a really nice watch. So has a beautiful sunburst dial, which I will show you in a few seconds. And then one thing I don't like about this watch is I would say the bezel. So the bezel is too ratchety for me. I like more smooth bezels. I mean, not like friction bezels, don't get me wrong. I need some ratchetness, but like, for example, like a Rolex Submariner's bezel. It's not like, it's still clicky, but it's easier to spin. This one, it's kind of hard to spin. It's not hard to spin, but it's too ratchety. Alright, so this is the watch itself. It's a beautiful watch. I completely love the case. It's 41 millimeters in diameter. Comes with an age-length bracelet, and then there's this beautiful engraving in the back. It's not an engraving, but just a logo on the back. One of the main reasons this watch is liked is, I would definitely say the sunburst dial on it. With the light on, I can show you the sunburst. So if we move the piece here, you can see the sunburst that is like very deep and shiny and nice. So why didn't I get the ceramic bezel version? Of course, almost everyone in the watch community knows that ceramic bezel is like the most functional bezel, since it doesn't like really scratch. They all have the same function, of course, but it is the most durable bezel, and for some people it looks better. But on this one, I definitely think that the blue aluminum bezel looks better. Why? Because first of all, the design of the bezel. So this has like 15-minute indicators, unlike the other one, which is 10-minute indicators. And the other one just looks like any regular ceramic bezel you can find in any die watch. So this one's bezel, it has a more unique design to Longines. But one mistake, and that is, so you see the edges on the bezel. So these parts I am talking about, these parts they're flat. There are no like these little things over here. Well, because of that, sometimes you can't like really get a grip of it, your finger slips, but it's not too much of a big deal, so it's fine. Also, this other thing I dislike about this watch is, I would definitely say the lume. So, to be honest, I'm gonna go brutal on this watch. The lume is terrible. I have a Hamilton Khaki Field, Day Auto, and even that has better lume than this. I mean, since this is a dive watch, I would have expected something a little better, but it's fine, since I don't like actually use this watch for diving. Alright, so this is the second watch in my collection. It is a Briston Clubmaster diver. So, many say that it looks like a Panerai, and that it's a Panerai homage. Well, I don't think it is. So the case shape on this one, it's little more rectangular compared to a Panerai. Panerais have a more like circular shape than this one. I mean, of course they're based on like smooth edged rectangles, but so this one is kind of little more like sharp edges. So this watch, I really like this watch. I got it on Portugal in Lisbon. So this was my first mechanical watch, which means a lot to me because, you know, this is the watch that got me into like the world of like horology. So yeah, this one really carries a story. I got this one like 2 years ago, as I said, back in Lisbon. I really like the design, and it was just, you know, it was just like a really unique piece for me. First it came with a leather strap, and then later, as you can see, I changed it with a fabric strap. So this watch, it has a really nice bezel too. Actually, I really like this. It's inside the watch. You don't really spin it with your fingers, and then, well, I gotta say, it has really nice polishing in general. And then the colors they chose inside, orange, blue, and white. I really like it. So this one uses a automatic Seiko movement inside. It's one of the little more high-end Seiko movements. It's priced around like $600, so I know it is a lot for a Seiko movement, but you get really good quality. I mean, I haven't had any problems in 2 years. I love the bezel on this watch, as I said, so it's a little more different, clearly harder to spin with one hand, but it spins inside, has a really smooth action. So personally, I prefer the more like the bezels you spin with your hand, rotate them. So this is nice, it's unique, it's different. But yes, so the other thing I dislike about this watch, it's also the lume. I mean, you don't get great lume at this like at this watch. I mean, they could have done much better, but I guess they decided to use Super Luminova C1, which is, I think, the weakest possible Super Luminova available. It's alright, it lasts for a long time, but the problem is it doesn't keep as bright. So that's one thing I dislike about this watch. And then the strap, it is just an amazing fabric strap, as you can see. It originally came with a leather strap, but it kind of got old, so I decided to go with a fabric strap. Alright guys, so this is the third watch I'm going to show you. This is my Armani. So this, you'd probably ask me, why would you buy an Armani if you like watches? It's basically like a cheap Quartz chronograph, but, well, I received this one as a gift, and it was my first watch actually, which like kinda, I really did not care about watches before this at all. And then when I got this, like, this, it impressed me. It's like all the like little details and the nice stuff on it. So I kind of got in to the like watches, but the main reason I am here right now is this watch, the one I just showed you. Well, this watch, I have few things to say about it, so let's check it. It's a really basic chronograph. It's a Armani watch, not Swiss made, not anything. Comes with a okay leather strap. It's I think it's PVD coated. Well, so it's like a nice watch, but it's nothing too impressive since it's the quartz movement. I don't personally like quartz movements as much as I like mechanical movements, because, you know, it's just, there's not as much as effort in them. Well, this is a basic chronograph here. Let me show you. So when you click the start chronograph button, this subdial over here starts ticking. Interestingly, in most chronograph, you'll see the big second hand ticking over there, and they would have a small regular second hand. So this one is kind of different. And then when I click this again, it just stops it. And then when you click the button on under it, it just resets the chronograph. So yeah, this is nothing too special about it. Once again, it's just my first watch and has a memory, so that is the only reason I keep it. Alright, this is the fourth watch I'm showing you guys. So this is a Tissot Seastar chronograph. So thing about this watch is, this is the like first watch I got for me by myself. So I completely saved up for it by myself, and I got it for a purpose actually. As I scuba dive, I'm a certified scuba diver. So I didn't want to really use my Longines because I thought it would be like, you know, I didn't want to risk anything. I know it passed all the standards and tests and stuff, but anyways, I got myself this Quartz Tissot chronograph for around a $300 price range, which was good because they had a discount on. Well, this watch, I have to say, it is amazing for the price range. So it's, you know, everything is perfect. I've been through a lot with this. I mean, more like the watch has been through a lot. So I've bumped into many places. Like, it's been through rough times, telling you. So, well, still, no scratch on it. It is amazing. Alright, so this watch fits in around 45.6 millimeters. So it's a big watch, but I really wanted it to be functional and like easy to see underwater. So I chose like a little bigger size. And then it comes with a really nice and soft rubber strap. It's very nice. And then the bezel it has a ceramic bezel insert. Don't be fooled by the looks, it's still ceramic, but it's not a Cerachrome insert, so that's the reason why it doesn't really shine, unlike the most ceramic bezels you see. So it has a really nice dial actually. I'm not sure if you can see it, but like the dial is a slightly brown sunburst dial. I don't think it's visible on camera, but anyways. This is a chronograph, it has screw-in crowns. So the subdials, they're white, they're also sunburst. It's a pretty nice watch, I gotta say. And then the polishing and the brushing, it's pretty good for a $300 price range. Alright, so for the bezel on this watch, it of course has a really nice bezel. I mean, I'm really impressed because for this price range, I assumed you would get something like really, you know, crappy and clingy. But like this, it's very stable, first of all, and it has like a really nice feeling to it. So it's ratchety, but like it's not like too hard to spin kind of ratchety. And amazing thing about this watch, I don't know about you guys, but the loom is most often a deal breaker for me. But this watch has great loom. I mean, it seriously lasts so long, it keeps bright. It has blue color loom, unlike all of my other watches, which have green superluminova on. This one does not use superluminova. Tissot uses their own loom, I think. Well, yeah, basic chronograph, another pattern, I mean not a pattern, but shape in the back. Tissot has the seahorse, and there's a Seastar on it. It's pretty nice, really nice and crisp polishing on the seahorse here. Yeah, I think it's definitely a bang for the buck. Alright everyone, this is the fourth watch I'm going to show you. So this is a Hamilton Khaki Field Day-Date Auto. So this watch, I purchased it very recently. I purchased it like, I think 3 weeks ago. I also saved up for this. I've been saving up for this like for the entire summer. So I really enjoy this watch. It's a beautiful piece. Perfect watch. So it's a field watch, has 50 meters of water resistance, comes in a little big, but it's fine, 42 millimeter case. It fits really well though. It's like, it doesn't fit as a 42 actually. It looks a little smaller, but not too small. So the lugs fit perfectly on my wrist, as you can see. And yeah, it's just the strap, it's amazing. I really like this. This watch right here, it's basically my daily watch. It is an amazing watch. Look at this dial. So the dial is 2 parts. They're both sunburst, but like one has a larger light appeal, let's say. And it's like the part in the middle is a little higher. I'm not sure if you can see, but anyways. So the brushing on this watch, it's amazing. So is the polishing. It looks very nice. The strap, it's a leather strap, very nice once again. I really like it. And then there's the polishing on the sides. I really like that detail actually. I'm not sure if it's completely visible right now, but at this part, it looks really nice. Yeah, as I said, this is an automatic, so you can see the movement in the back. It's a Hamilton caliber age 80, so it's based on an ETA 2824, but one thing I really like, it's very accurate. It's super accurate. It's like barely even loses time, probably like around like not gonna be certain, but like maybe 1 second a day when it has been running for a week, because it was, I mean, this watch hasn't stopped since I bought it, so it's still running very accurately. Runs at 28,800 vibrations per hour. As you can see, the second hand moving, it's smooth, but not that smooth. It has a day-date function, which is actually very useful for me since I'm a student. yeah, I love this watch. One of my favorite watches. Alright guys, so this is the sixth and the final watch I'm showing you today because that's my collection. Yeah, so this is a Tissot Chemin de Tourelles. It's my dress watch actually. It's a beautiful skeletonized watch. So this was last year's birthday present and it's amazing. I really like it. It's such a good deal for the price, I think. And now I'll show you why. The reason this is the favorite watch in my collection is first of all, the beautiful finishing on it. It's perlage finishing, those little round things you see all around the watch. More like the movement actually. And then in here, there's a beautiful brushed finishing with a zinced out screw, which means it's completely black and barely reflects light. You can see the balance spring in the back moving. And then in here, you can see the mainspring, which basically powers the watch. Well, the numerals are heat blued in a very nice tone. They're Roman numerals. This is a nice watch. You get a really nice leather strap. Unfortunately, it's calfskin, replicated as an alligator leather strap. They could have done better with that, I think. You get a butterfly clasp. Well, in the sides, you still get amazing finishing and brushing. Like, look how crisp that is. And on the lugs, you also get the same brushing and polishing. So that is very good, I think, for a price range of $2,000. Well, it's not it yet. On the back, it's even better. So, as you can see, perlage finishing all around the watch, the case back. So you see these two gears over here, they're decorated beautifully, all those details. Also, heat blued screws in the back and some jewels. Here's the balance spring. I love to watch this. Sometimes I just stare at this watch. And yeah, you can see the seconds gear moving. It's a beautiful watch. Use if I'm not wrong, an ETA 6497 movement in the back, which is manual wind, it's not automatic. So that means you have to wind it up in every 42 hours. That's the power reserve for this. Amazing piece, I love it. If we take a look at this watch with a macro lens, we see how beautiful the details are. So you see the perlage finishing, the Tissot logo here engraved, and then on the wheels, you can see all the little lines they have to put on the thing, the gear, to make it shine like that, to give the light effect. And then here's one jewel. And then when we come here, it's the beautiful balance spring. You can see it moving. It has a very large balance spring for some reason. And then there's the second hand. Amazing finishing once again. If we look at it from the front, you can see the second hand is beautiful. The second hand is so cleanly cut, and the perlage finishing, see how it moves by the beautiful light. You see the gears in the background, and then very crisp prints on the second hand. Oh, and then you see the regulator here beautifully ticking, making that ticking sound. And then on the back, you can see a little tiny bit of the balance wheel. If we come over here, you see the engraved Tissot logo, numerals, the Swiss-made logo, and you see the mainspring in the background. And as I said, that powers the watch itself. Once again, beautiful finishing, beautiful watch. Alright, thank you for joining me today, everybody. So that's my watch collection currently. If I get any new watches or anything else, I guess I would let you know. I would keep recent updates on my channel. Well, since I am a student, I'm a bit busy with school stuff, which I should be, but I will try to upload as much as possible. I will try to make videos on the news on the watch community. For example, the Patek Philippe releases for Singapore, the red ones, the beautiful red strapped Aquanaut. So I'll talk about those as much as possible if I can. Thank you for watching once again. Have a great day.